Thanos only came
Hell
around.
nah. Hell, I don't think
Oh,
so.
wait,
I
what we
think
talking about
Thanos
again?
would have blew that planet up.
Oh, you mean
Probably
ego? Okay, now I see what you're saying, Deontay, bro.
Exactly, because think about it. Because Hela, she could have took out Thanos.
She
Let's
could've.
keep it real. She could have took out Thanos.
No. Wait, Hella?
I don't know.
I don't know about
Yeah.
Hela. Hela's a little
Ego
different from
could come
ego.
out.
I don't know about
Because
Hela.
Thanos was only starting to really come out when Ego was gone. Hela was. I want to say when Hela was locked up, he probably just started thinking of the plan because he's like, okay, I can start acting on this plan now because Hela is locked away somewhere.
I don't think he cared, bro. I don't think he cares about any opposition.
Yeah, his
Cause he
goal
came
was
straight
to
down
get
there and he
that
killed
blue
everybody as
stone.
soon as he came to Earth. Right, he just destroyed everything as soon as he came.
I don't think he cared about like opposition.
Yeah, well, also,
wanted
no,
it.
hey,
Minions
hey,
did. His
in
minions
Thanos'
came and
defense,
destroyed everything. Yeah, he told him to do it, but his minions did. Hela destroyed everything by herself. She's the goddess of death. She can destroy
She
anything.
took over Asgard.
Yeah, by herself.
yeah, I think
So
I think
the only thing that
in Thanos'
killed
defense,
her was
he
the prophecy.
conquered worlds though, like
I mean,
worlds, like
think about
many
it.
worlds.
Thanos was a good leader, and he could scare people really great.
Like,
No.
No, think about it. Think about
like,
this.
hey, like let's be honest though, like okay, so Hulk, so remember when Hulk I'll be honest, I like Hela. I mean, well, first off, I don't know, they kind of did OP Hela, not gonna lie. However, when Hulk was fighting Surtur, right, like Hulk was pretty much like dang near beasting. I mean, I'm not saying that would actually happen for real, but he was beasting Surtur in the movie, and Surtur technically killed Hela, and Hulk got dominated by, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, because here's the thing, Thanos is always he's like the most strategic villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah,
He knew that everybody was pretty much everybody was doing his work for him. Like Ronan in the freaking Guardians of the Galaxy, when he pretty much threatened Thanos, like, I got the Power Stone now, so I'm gonna take you out. Thanos was like, bro, I ain't worried about that, bro. Like, you gonna like you know, so, like, he wasn't worried about that,
bro. I remember from the first one,
he knew that Ronan couldn't control the power of having
he knew it.
power.
That's why he was basically like, I'm gonna kill you if you don't get this done. Right? Yeah, you right, bro.
So he wasn't worried about that. The fact is, and you have to understand, bro, Thanos had like the Black Order, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest, the movie did not do them justice, bro.
No, we know
Black
they
Order,
didn't, bro.
Like,
Yeah, we know
Ebony
they didn't.
Maw and Black Dwarf, Proxima Midnight, bro. They are like, bruh, like
It's
they
two of them that's part of it
taken out
too.
like that, bruh. Ebony Maw is like one of the craziest sorcerers, bro, like ever. Like in the comics, he really beasted Doctor Strange, bro. Like really.
I ain't gonna lie, he
Doctor
kind of
Strange.
beasted him in the movie.
He did in the movie for a minute. He had
So
to, he did for a minute.
So the thing with that is,
choked his ass.
Right.
yeah, like so basically what I'm saying is Thanos had these servants, bro, that were OP, like very OP, but they knew how powerful he was. Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro, even in the movie, like Frank and everybody know, y'all know, Thanos was strong in the movie, but in the comics, bro, like, bruh, he really is called the Mad Titan for a reason.
Yeah.
So they kind of watered him down a little bit, but like
And
he didn't like really care about everything else that was going on. Like, he didn't care. Like, that's why, because pretty much he was using Ronan as a pawn as well. But Ronan turned against him because once he got that power, it got to his head. So he uses people just to use them because he's like I'm gonna just have him do it. But when he said he'd do it himself at the end of the freaking Age of Ultron, he literally did that, bro. Like, he destroyed Xandar, bro. Like, Xandar is where the Nova Corps is, like where like really some OP like space initiatives are. Like, you know what I'm saying? And took the stone.
Right,
like,
did you notice all that stuff that Thor went through just to get them people on the ship, and Thanos came on that ship and killed everybody off? I'm like, bro.
How you doing? I ain't gonna lie. That's why I gotta say Thanos is the most powerful big bad.
He was ruthless,
he was able to defeat. Gotta understand this. He was able to defeat an entire population of Asgardians.
Bruh, yes.
Thor, Hulk, Heimdall, and Loki in one.
Yes, bro. Korg. Oh no, because Korg left.
Mind though, when he was fighting Hulk, he didn't use any of the stones.
He didn't have no stones either. He didn't have no
did
stones.
all this with literally no stones. So I
there's not
think
he had, like, nah, he's playing. Let him have his fun. He
that's
good.
why I think that Thanos could beat almost anybody that we've seen so far.
Like I'll be totally honest, bro. I think the only person we've seen so far that could beat Thanos is Odin. That's it. In his prime.
Odin died. Yeah, exactly. I don't know Odin died.
Exactly. That's the only
That's
person
Odin, yeah.
I can see actually giving Thanos a run for his money because Odin is a god. You see what I'm
So you
saying?
said Odin, right?
Yeah.
I was just going to get into that.
Yeah.
That's why, but that's why I believe Hela could take him out, because who is Hela the spawn of?
Odin. Yeah. I see.
She
I
did
see what you're saying.
say,
Yeah.
she did say
Okay,
Odin
I
and I was
I know
could
you're
take over the
saying
9 realms,
Yo.
no problem.
And he got soft. That's
Yeah.
why Thor and Loki couldn't do it, because they were raised by a different type of Odin. He was soft. He was loving. He was Hela's like all these freaking lies that was on the ceiling. She's like, no, we
was ruling this right. We was right for real.
But I ain't gonna lie though. Here's the thing though. But that timeline. The timeline. But here's the thing though. The timeline is off though, because Loki is the father of Hela, not Odin.
True.
Loki is actually the father of Hela. So
in the comics, Loki is the father.
That's true.
Yeah, and she never held she like. So the thing that was off about Hela was that the fact that she was never Odin's daughter, she was Loki's daughter, and she never actually held. And she never actually held Mjolnir. She was never worthy.
Right, and
So
she never was that powerful.
Yeah, so that
I never
that
peeped that part. Damn.
Because how was
In the comics, bro. Yeah, in the comics, she was Loki's daughter.
Yeah, yeah. But here's the thing, though. As well. How? Okay, so here's the thing that doesn't make sense. That didn't add up in the movie. If Hela was the goddess of death, right? The goddess of evil. How was she worthy to hold Mjolnir? That makes no sense.
That's because Odin didn't put that on there until like. No, she did have Mjolnir. She had Mjolnir. That's why when he threw it at her,
she stopped Mjolnir with her bare
No,
hand.
she didn't hold it though. The Mjolnir was being thrown at her, and she stopped it, and then crushed it.
But how though?
But she was at least able to crush it.
How was she able to do that?
Right. That's hella OP, bro.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. How was she able to do that?
Because when Cap threw it at Thanos, he didn't have the power to stop it. That's why he had to dodge and move, because he's like, nah, if I get hit by this thing, that's a wrap. Hela caught it though.
I think that is not a testament of her power. That could be because that's Asgardian magic, which she controls.
Yeah. I can see
metal, which she probably we don't know if the sword she was creating was or not, but that's all Asgardian stuff, which she has a dominion over.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I think the only way to determine who's stronger is by the battles and the wins and losses of those battles. So Thor was able to hold his own with Hela.
Exactly.
Right?
When he
had no hammer.
Exactly.
When he had no hammer.
Exactly.
That's because he didn't tap into his power. Odin didn't teach him
after he tapped into his power.
Hela did.
Exactly. So after he tapped into his power with no hammer, he was able to. I don't know. None of them was touching Hela.
I don't like how they did my boy Hulk on there.
Do that.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. They messed up Hulk in the movie, bro. Like Hulk would have dogged that big old wolf, bro. He would have dogged that big old wolf. I was like, bro, what is this?
He was dogging the wolf. I thought he was dogging the wolf. He beat the wolf.
Yeah, but that was
he threw him off.
He actually had to fight.
But the MCU has not did the Hulk as right as they should have,
bro.
bro.
Was being put on the ropes and being, by the time Surtur destroyed her, she had to do her most powerfulest move, and Thor had already been keeping his own with no hammer, right?
Yep.
Thor, with that same power, literally the day after, with that same power, lost to Thanos. When Thor had he didn't have all the help he can have. He had a lot of help, a lot of powerful help.
Yes.
He
and got beasted. Exactly.
Right? But when Thor got his hammer, a better upgraded hammer, he then technically beat Thanos.
Because he's the god of thunder.
Yeah.
Hela's the goddess of death.
Yeah.
Different powers.
Right.
Because
the only reason why Hela died is because she had that curse, which was,
basically if Asgard gets destroyed,
she died. But if nothing happened to that planet, she would have been fine.
It didn't matter if people were on it.
It didn't matter if people were on her or not. But because got that guy to destroy Asgard, well, she had to die. But Thor is not a god of death. He's the god of thunder. So no, he's no match for Thanos.
Because now,
She's basically the goddess of hell. So basically, I don't know why they gave her the rule of.
I know they really just made her too OP, bro.
Wasn't comic book out of it. This is an MCU movie, so they can do whatever they want with it.
Yeah, I know exactly.
So, like they killed her.
So we're just doing
killed her, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Surtur beat her, bro. I don't think
Surtur killed her before he destroyed the planet.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
He didn't beat her. He beat up.
Right. So look at it.
Well, no. Remember, because she popped like a little balloon, bro.
She popped like a little green balloon.
When he drove that sword, she tried to fight him, and she wasn't strong enough. And he drove that sword, she went poof.
Because most of Asgard was destroyed, so her powers are diminished. She couldn't do it.
I'll say, look at it this way. The Mjolnir was Hela's. It was created for her. If you've ever seen Cap pick up Mjolnir, there's no electricity going through it. So, no, it
exactly
wasn't.
Because it's all about willpower, right?
Because Thor is the god of thunder. That's why.
Whoa. Captain America called upon thunder when he fought Thanos.
He did.
He did. Thunder.
He did.
Okay, so then hear me out then. If he was able to do that because if he be worthy, shall have the power of Thor.
That was it.
Right.
That was it.
So that's why. Now, keep in mind though, Mjolnir was created for Hela. There was no such thing as he who be like if he be worthy.
There wasn't a curse on it yet.
No.
It wasn't on there yet. So that's why Stormbreaker, Thor's new axe, that's why it was more powerful than Mjolnir, because Mjolnir wasn't created for him. It was created for Hela. Stormbreaker was created for Thor, which is why he was able to at least damage Thanos, which is why he said you should have gone for the head.
He should have gone for the head, like damn.
You should have gone for the head. So that's why
I think that Mjolnir is just a weaker weapon than Stormbreaker. Because if you remember when what the dwarf said, he said this is a god killer.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
Like this is like the god killer, right? And
that's why he destroyed his hands.
And more than that, he also had. What'd you say, Jenny?
I said that's why Thanos destroyed the dwarf's hands, because he knew he can make something that can kill him.
Exactly.
So like, I want this glove, and then I'm gonna destroy your hands because I don't want you to make anything else that'll kill me.
Exactly.
Because he made me these gloves.
Yeah.
And then he that helped everybody, but
regular as hell to him.
Yeah.
Like
I think
that weapon,
they contradict themselves.
Mjolnir was regular to that weapon, and he not only had a more powerful weapon, but he also was more powerful at that time.
Exactly. Because
that's what I'm saying, because I feel like it was made for him. It was made to really help him utilize the power that he had. But
it's like training wheels.
Yeah, but that's why I was saying Hela would be able to take out Thanos, because if you think about it, Thanos was already there. Now, whenever it happened to where, Hela was banished to wherever, Thanos was probably not even born yet. Then he was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start having this plan because I know about Odin. I've heard stories about what he can do, but he should be weak now because he got soft. He's got this dude named Thor. He should be soft now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do whatever the hell I feel like. Then it's like, oh snap, Odin's dead. Oh, I can really get this going. Wait. I do hear about Hela. I'm gonna try and do this shit as much as I can before Hela decides to try and take me out.
I don't think Hela would have took out Thanos.
I don't think he cared about them, bro.
Bro.
I think he cared, but if you remember,
let's be honest, bro. The Eternals, their whole genetic makeup is a lot more powerful than the Asgardian.
Right.
They're right under Celestials, like right under Celestials.
But he's you have to understand, like, he wouldn't care anything about the Asgardians because they didn't have nothing he needed.
Exactly.
And Tesseract was brought there by Loki in them, right? They didn't have no gems, no stones. He didn't care about, like, he, of course, didn't want to probably go head to head with them, but he probably avoided them more than anything. He probably just, y'all.
Because Thanos was really on their ship in the first place because Loki had the Tesseract.
Exactly.
If Loki had the Tesseract, he wouldn't even been there.
But here's the thing, though. But do you think if the Tesseract was still on Asgard and Hela was on Asgard as the Tesseract is there, do you think he would have went there?
Yes.
I believe, I believe he would have went there, had.
Because
You have to think about. He thinks about it.
Tesseract was always there. Why didn't he go get it before?
Because it wasn't there yet.
Yeah. I think because here's like again, he's strategic. I think here's the thing. Like think about Thanos. He wants stuff. I mean, he's a brute force warrior, obviously. Like, bruh's a warrior. He's a leader. He's pretty much the king after he killed off most of his race. Like, the fact is, like, here's my thing also. Like, his brother Firestorm, if you read his story, his family, his world were powerful beings, bro, and he killed most of them off besides his brother and one of his uncles and his aunts. I don't think Hela had the power to literally beat every Asgardian, like from Bor to Odin to Loki to Thor. Like, I don't think she had the power to literally decimate her entire race. I don't think she was that powerful.
Yeah, Odin had her locked up the whole time. Like, isn't that basically
Yeah,
why
exactly.
she was away?
Exactly.
Like that?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She could. I mean, she basically did do it.
She was
crazy. Guardian for not rolling with her.
I agree. She's the most powerful. I agree. She is the most powerful Asgardian, period. Besides, obviously, Odin.
And Bor, too. I forgot about Bor, bro.
But I think to Janae's point earlier, you have to understand, the only reason why he found that ship is because he was on his way to Asgard.
Exactly.
To get that damn stone. And he probably didn't know Hela. He probably never even knew of Hela, maybe. Like you said, he probably was born in the time where Hela was banished. He probably didn't know shit about Hela. He was got to find her ass when he went there to get the stone. She would have been like, oh, I don't care about this damn stone. Here, right? But in reality, he would have lost because it was only her.
Let me ask you this.
He had his Black Order. He could have just stayed up in his ship and just bombarded. She can't fly. Like,
exactly.
Hell,
yeah, that's true.
He would have won, bro. Oh, he would have took that. He would have definitely. He wouldn't have won, maybe, but he would have definitely defeated her to get the stone. He would have got that damn stone. Bro.
Here's how I look at it. If that was the case, he could have went to Asgard first.
But he didn't.
They would have teamed up, actually.
What stone did he get first from the Nova Corps?
He got the one that
was that the reality? Was that?
That
was a power. Oh, okay.
Could you say that
right,
he was closest to that one first? We don't know where he was this entire time. We just knew he was sitting on a throne, just doing whatever. Then he was like, "Okay, fine, I'll do it myself." Puts on the gauntlet.
Well, no. It actually makes sense though. It makes sense that he went to Xandar first because remember that's where Ronan went, and he was after Ronan, and Ronan went there and got.
He was on his way there, yes. But that's
exactly.
But if you think about it though, even before then, if you think about it, he technically had a stone the entire time already because he had the Mind Stone. He had the Mind Stone, but he put it in the scepter to give to Loki.
Yep.
Right.
To do what? To corrupt Asgard because he knew the Tesseract was there.
No.
Actually, I go to Asgard and get the Tesseract if I know Odin is still there.
No, he wanted the Tesseract, didn't he?
He wanted the Tesseract, but why go to Asgard to get the Tesseract when you have no stone yourself? But he's like, wait, Loki can go and do this because if he wants to run Asgard, I'll let him run
Asgard at the time. Remember, Loki betrayed him for his brother.
No. Here's the thing, though. He gave the Mind Stone to Loki,
Yes, he did.
so that way he can take over Earth, but also run Asgard.
Yep.
Who was Loki going to overthrow on Asgard? Thor and Odin. Who was powerful enough to take out Thanos? Odin and Hela.
Right.
Once Odin is dead, yes, Hela would have came out, but he would have already probably had some stones by then, and then he would have probably been able to take her down. Yeah, but as long as Asgard was still there, yes, Hela gets stronger. But he's not going to go to Asgard knowing Odin is there and be like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the Tesseract now. No. I'm going to go ahead and let...
He could have did this the whole time.
He could have did that the whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and let Loki dismantle Asgard from the inside and then go and take the Tesseract. So when Loki basically messed up with the scepter, he was like, okay, I'm going to do this my damn self because everybody else is fucking up around here. so then, what was the very first stone he got? The Power Stone. So is it possible that he was using the Power Stone to wipe out part of people on the Asgardian ship. That way, it's easier.
Stone, and then he got.
Well, yeah, I think to your point, it would have made
strategy.
Right?
Strategy.
So like Simon said, he's a strategy guy, cuz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why.
He would have. I'm not like that Guardian.
Nah, he would have got Molly Bop. But since he started up with the Power Stone, yeah, hell.
And that's why, like you said, Solomon, he's a strategist, so he knows he can't go to Asgard to get the Tesseract yet, because he knows, like you said, he gets straight mollywop, he get crushed, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. But he had to show
so
up.
he had to plan. He had to plan.
But he didn't know Hela was alive.
Yeah,
Hela had just been alive for a few days.
Probably.
He probably got wind of it.
Yeah, I see it.
He probably got wind of it, but he knew Odin was still alive. And as long as Odin is there, he'd be like, you know what? I'm maybe to take Odin on by myself now, but then like, he might have Hela though, because like I said, Odin is so old. Thanos knows, like people know who they are.
Everybody knows Odin, but not everybody knows Hela. Hela,
exactly.
Remember her?
No. Asgard didn't know about Hela because everything has been crossed out. So that's why that's why she's like, okay, I am Hela, goddess of death. I've defeated the two princes. You're welcome. She goes into this whole thing, and he's like, I don't know who the hell you are, but I'm gonna send you back.
Right, you gotta get up out of here, right?
Listen, that tells you right there they don't know who she is.
For centuries.
Why would Thanos know who she is if her own people don't know who she is?
He probably does know who she is, because the older villains know she existed, because she probably her and her daddy Odin was raining on everything. The mama, I bet if she was there, but she died. The mom, I bet if she was there, she'd know and be like, oh shit, crazy ass daughter there. Because
now keep in mind, I'll say this: there's no way that Thanos couldn't know, because even on Earth, they said they knew of the story of Thor and Loki and Odin.
Yeah,
there's
not
something.
Hela.
Maybe not Hela, because by then the stories have been altered. Basically, the stories have been altered. The stories have made her non-existent, which is why they don't know about her. But if people who actually knew, because think about it, because on Earth nobody travels across the universe. Nobody does that. No. Earth is the only place where people did not travel across the universe. Yet everywhere else, it's like, okay, no, there's stories of her everywhere else. But by the time Odin and Thor probably went down to Earth to talk to the Vikings back in 1482.
Like Jesus,
they only know about so much.
Exists.
I think that if Hela and her armies, or Hela and Odin, had went to conquer more than 9 planets, 9 realms, 9 planets, then yeah, the cosmic world would know about them. But I think that because they only conquered 9. And they stopped at 9. You remember she said that he wanted to stop at 9 because he didn't want to kill no more, right? He didn't want to do a conflict like that,
Because Thor was born.
Well, yeah, Thor was born and all that jazz. I think that if they would have continued to expand in the galaxy or into other galaxies, then yeah, I think that Thanos would have found out about them. We have to also understand, because Thanos is dozens, if not hundreds of galaxies away. Yeah. To know everything about Asgard is hella far fetched, because Asgard was seclusive. No one could get in and out without Heimdall. Period. Right?
That's true.
You couldn't get in. That's true. Get in. Heimdall would see you unless you were Loki, who was special. Loki had a special thing. I do think that he went to go get the Power Stone before he was going to get the Time Stone or the Space Stone, because one to three things. One, because it was the easiest to get. It was only guarded by regular people, regular cops who couldn't stand shit against him, right? Every other stone was in top tier defense. We talk about on Earth with all the heroes, in Asgard, guarded by Asgardians, and then the Reality Stone, which he didn't know where it was at the time.
And the Time Stone by the Sorcerer Supreme and the Wizard.
Oh, and the Time Stone guarded by, but that's on Earth, right? With all the heroes.
Yeah, you're right.
He was going to go to Earth last because it was going to be the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
Right? He had to go to Earth last because it was going to be the hardest battle. It was going to be the most difficult one because he knew he already lost to them by definition. So he's like, all right, if I lost to them once, before I step to them again, I'm gonna make sure I step correctly. I'm gonna get this Power Stone since it's hella easy. I already halfway got it because he already had Ronan get it technically, so he already know it's easily done.
The idea was to lead the Power Stone to Xandar. Like, that's the worst group of people.
I don't know why they did that, bro. I don't know why they did that. But I think
because the Nova Corps is pretty much Galaxy Police.
Yeah,
like,
but
that's where Nova comes from.
Horrible.
I don't know, bro. If y'all couldn't stop Ronan, bro, why would y'all even?
Give it to someone else. You know what? We can't do this. Someone else take this, please.
They might have not known that Thanos was running shit on the low. They might have just thought, oh, Ronan is the big bad, and not known that Thanos was the real big bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, honestly,
so that's like what you were saying, though. Like, he went to Xandar first because it was the easiest one to get.
Was like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting to Asgard, yeah, that's true. There's only basically one way in, one way out, except for what Loki found out. But I mean, who's to say Loki wouldn't try to help Thanos get in, though, just to try to take over Asgard?
At one point.
That's what I'm saying.
By that time, Loki went through his phases, and he was an ally of Asgard. Because you have to realize, he never wanted Asgard to be destroyed. He never wanted his daddy to die. He never wanted his mama to die. He just wanted to rule.
That's it. He wanted to be a leader.
But do you think?
Baby.
But do you think? But do you think Thanos really cared? Because he'd be like, "Don't worry, it'll all be over soon. Your mom's gone anyway. Sorry, sorry, but not sorry. Like,
I don't think Thanos. I think Thanos. To your point, bro. I think Thanos is Palpatine level sinister.
Yeah.
You did not just compare Thanos to Palpatine, bro.
He played his cards right too.
He didn't, bro.
Period.
For example, he was like, okay, in one move, in one action, by enlisting Loki into his ranks, he was going to gather another stone, right?
Yeah.
And have the Asgardians under his control. Because he was going to put Loki, he was going to help, if he actually was going to do what he was going to do, which he probably wasn't. He probably just lying in some of a dream. But he was telling Loki, hey, I'm going to put you on a throne if you help me out, right?
Yeah.
Which
and
means...
if the Morgan betrayed him, he would have had Power Stones faster.
Which meant that, like, he thought he can have... He was hubris enough to think that with the stones and with Loki and his people, he can take over Asgard, which rightfully so he would have been able to. Right?
Yep.
But in that one act, destroyed his whole plans. He lost 2 stones and his ability to have Asgardians as his backup because Loki had lost. Right? And to his point, like, Loki lost and was gone. He never was like, all right, boss, I'm bad, I lost. Loki lost and was gone. You feel me? Because he was captured by the Americans, the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that at that point he was like, okay, Loki, I washed my hands with you. I'm gonna start a new plan, and his new plan was genius. But his new plan consisted of making these moves simultaneously. For example, he himself went to go get the Reality Stone when he sent the Black Order to get both stones on Earth.
Yep.
Right? Yep. And then he himself went. We don't know if he himself went to Xandar, but we know that he and his people got the stone. So he had one stone, and he was like, all right, I'm about to get this other stone, y'all. Y'all go handle the Avengers, since obviously Loki and the crew couldn't handle it. Y'all can handle the Black Order. Get 2 more stones, and then I'll figure out what happened to the last stone. That was the plan. But he didn't take into account that the Tesseract wasn't there no more. The Tesseract was on Asgard at the time, right? So he's like, all right, that's easy. I could just do a side cut, a little, shortcut or a side to this little spaceship or to Asgard and take my Tesseract back, Yep. And then what he did is just take it hella easily. Even though Thor, Hulk, Heimdall, Loki, Boar probably was there. Hella people, hella Asgardians of
bro. He had most of the champions from the from freaking planet
and
Sakaar.
The champions from Sakaar.
Bro,
he beat them, and he beat them badly. I feel like Hela. If it was a battle on Asgard, Hela would win. Obviously,
and that was to my point though. In order for Thanos to lose to Hela, he would have to be on Asgard to do that because her power comes from Asgard. She's not gonna go to Earth to try to stop Thanos for what? she's like, as long as I'm good here on Asgard, he can't get here.
But that's not his plan, though, bro. He don't care about beating Hela. He don't care about beating nobody. He just wants.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. He would have to beat Hela because she would be standing in his way.
No, not really.
I don't think so, bro. Imagine this. Imagine him throwing literally
because Hela don't care
all his people. Go ahead, Solomon.
Hela don't care about the stone.
She don't even care.
Hela only wanted to be the prince.
She probably would have gave it to him and be like, yo, I'll throw you some of this good cookie if you let me.
Oh, God.
Hey, they should have did that. I don't care nobody. They missed a huge opportunity.
Oh, here.
They missed a huge opportunity to make her and him get together. Like, not get together.
You know why?
But, like, get together like the comics.
They did get the comics.
Yeah.
No. I see what you're saying, though, Cuzzo.
What was death, not Hela?
Opportunity for Thanos and Hela to be together because in the comics, he wanted to acquire the Infinity Stones for Death. He was in love with Death.
Lady Death.
Yep.
She was in love with Lady Death. So in the MCU, who would Lady Death be considered?
Like Hela, the goddess of death. And so they tease it at the end of the Avengers. They say, oh, to battle them is to court death. And I was like, bro, that's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, though. So overall, I do believe Odin and Hela could beat Thanos. I do believe that. In order for Hela to beat Thanos, he would have to be on Asgard. That's a no-brainer.
That's a no-brainer.
I think for Odin to beat Thanos, he could be anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what it kind of depends on, like, you know, what, like, when Thanos decided to have the idea of, okay, I'm gonna collect all the stones so that way I can just do it this way. Yeah. Because he was just going around just slaughtering half the people, and he's like, oh, okay, Loki, you want to take over Earth? Okay, I'll give you part of my army. You can go and slaughter half of Earth, and you'll be able to rule it. That was my plan anyway. Okay, so now here's this dude named Ultron. I don't know if I'm kind of thinking like Thanos might have had some kind of thing going on to where, because when he gave Loki the scepter, that's the Mind Stone. The Mind Stone is basically is almost in a sense what birthed Ultron. What was Ultron trying to do? Destroy at least half, destroy half, if not all of it. So when Ultron died, that's why at the end that's why you seen him say, "Fine, I'll do it myself." And that's when I think he had the thought, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this myself. I'm gonna go ahead and collect the stones now. So from that point on, he's like, okay, I could go over there to Asgard, but Odin is still there. I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna let that kind of play out, and I'm gonna see if I can get these other stones first.
Right. That's what I completely agree with. I believe he didn't want to step to Asgard for one and only because Odin was there. Odin could see you coming, bro. He got the awesome eye. He could see you coming, plan accordingly, and you would lose.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying in the MCU.
Because after Odin died, then that's when Thanos made his attack.
And that's
what happened. No, but that's also what happened in the first Thor movie. They had to use Loki to get the Frost Giants used Loki, or Loki pretty much was trying to use them to pretty much not for Odin to not make Thor the king of Asgard.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But he had to use a different portal that Odin and Heimdall couldn't really keep, that they didn't have tabs on because he created a portal in the vault.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So basically, bro, I think also, but again, about the whole freaking Thanos thing, I kind of see him as pretty much like how Galactus is with his heroes. Like Galactus had Firestorm, he had Terrax the Tamer, Silver Surfer. He's gonna send his heroes to do his bidding, just how Loki had his people, or how Thanos had Loki. He had the Black Order, Ronin. Those are all technically his heroes, pretty much. I'm gonna do what I need to do here. I'm gonna just chill while y'all go do my work and make my life easier. However, if I have to step in, then it's the issue. And you know what I'm saying? Pretty much and that's how I kind of picture how he makes his moves. It's just all about being smart. Because he was in the shadows for a long time, a long time. He just got tired of waiting.
He knew to stay back.
Took it upon himself. You know what I'm saying?
And in reality,
it sucks they killed him off, man. Cause
Thanos?
no, freaking Ebony Maw. Because I wanted to see with this Eternals movies, they're gonna do a whole thing on on the Eternals, and Thanos is actually supposed to be in it. He's not the main
Is
villain.
Thanos an Eternal though?
Yeah, he is.
Titan.
He
I don't know
is.
what the difference is.
Yeah. So okay, so the Eternals are from planet Titan.
Oh.
He's a Titan, but like,
Right.
yeah, exactly. It's weird, but so.
Ooh, hey, what? I gotta hop off in a minute, y'all. But what if the show shows like some backstory?
It is.
Yeah.
It's supposed to. It's
I
supposed
would
to.
love to see,
That would
I
be a
would love
backstory.
to see a backstory.
No. It's supposed to because the Eternals are most of them are dead. Like
Well,
most
no,
of them are
remember the
dead.
Eternals come back. Remember there's a group called the Eternals in Marvel, like a
Yeah.
superhero group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I think what they're doing with the Eternals, though, I think that is supposed to be like the backstory on everything.
Yeah.
I think that.
Oh, wait,
Backstory
time out.
of
My
Thanos.
thing
You have to
just
put
went
this
off.
in 3 parts. We've talked about like.
I was just about to say
Yeah,
we
but-
didn't have enough time to talk about Justice League. I see we got to wait another time for that. I see.
We gotta wait that time, bro.
Justice League will be just as long as
Like I
this
said, we
one.
have to come back and you have to like
Yeah,
edit this.
because
in, like,
I'm
3 different
trying
parts.
to get my notes ready for Justice League, but I see you been talking about this Marvel for too
Before I
long.
get off, y'all need to watch
I watched
this
it.
anime.
I watched it. You talking about Invisible? I watched it.
What you think?
It's definitely different. I did not expect that to be like that, bro. It's very dark for
You
it to
see the
be like
first
a.
episode? When you seen the ending?
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's definitely different, bro.
Wow.
It's
I
different.
was
What?
like, I watched
You
this.
know
and I
what
was
I'm
like,
saying?
Yeah. It's like it's like a dark type of anime show. It's kind of hard to
bro,
like.
it's good.
It's nanigans though. I ain't gonna lie.
What's it called?
That's not
One
what
Punch Man.
It's called
it's
Invincible.
Sexual.
No, it's not like it's 18 up. It's called Invincible on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like
Uh-oh.
it's dark with the action, but it's actually like it reminds you of a DC animation film.
Yeah.
The way the drawing is and everything, and how the new DC, they kill people in the new DC movies.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Oh, and my boy J.K. Simmons is in it.
Oh.
Yep.
I watched it yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I was
JK's
like,
doing a
this
lot
might
of
be-
DC stuff now.
check that out, y'all. Check that out for sure. 'Cause it's
I'm
good
just looking
stuff.
into that. So I'm gonna say this. So we need to look into a time to where we can do the Justice League one, because that's gonna be just as long as this video. No lie,
Right,
it's gonna be
yeah.
just as long.
You see, look, I literally got my notes here.
Hey,
I got all this
I'm
stuff
saying
here to
is,
write
bro,
down. Look.
Hey, all I'm saying is, bro, Darkseid plays Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Darkseid,
We have to
hey,
get into that one another
Hey.
time.
John the
So-
Martian, though, that was clean. Martian Manhunter, hey, that scene had me tripping, bro. I was like,
Yeah, I
Okay,
kind
so
of.
look, let's get a temperature right quick.
All right.
Who all thought the movie was good?
I did.
It's good.
It's way better than that one from 3 years ago. Way better. Way better than one from 3 years ago. Way better.
It was way better.
Way
I
better,
was
bro.
sorry for his ass. What's his name?
Josh
Whedon?
Whedon. He did the first Avengers though. That's why I'm kind of like. There's some movies that he did was good, but this one I'm kind of like. I think he just don't belong in DC, bro. I think that's what it is, bro.
Bruh. I don't know. I feel sorry for him right now because I would be so upset if someone made a better movie of my movie and everyone loves it. I would be like, bro,
Right?
I did my best.
Man, bro.
Oh, yeah, let's
So
do
we
it.
can do Justice League Sunday.
For sure.
Why
All
they
right, cool.
do
For
it?
surely, most coolly.
That movie was good. I like it.
Shit, I might have to rewatch this, take notes like you. I'm
I
trying
ain't
to
gonna
Bro, that movie's 4 hours long. I had to write stuff down, bro. That movie is
I see one time I downloaded it, I'm like, yo, I'm about to watch this stuff.
I was rewatching, but just by like Terry. When I came over to Terry's house a little bit ago, we were rewatching it, and when we started watching it, it was like an hour and a half in. I was like, damn, it's already an hour and a half. I was like, fuck.
right, bro.
But I was rewatching some of the scenes, and I was like, it's such a good movie. I'm gonna rewatch it, but only certain scenes, maybe.
You do like a one half and then bro. Don't just do that's gonna take you so long, bro. You might as well just break down each part. Yeah, bro.
I was like, bro.
I'm gonna have to do that.
That's what I did. That's what I had to do yesterday. I had to break down each part. Yep, I broke down from like part 1 to 2, and then you know what I'm saying. You just gotta just flex that out because you try to watch the whole thing straight, bro. It's gonna be so long, bro. It's gonna drag you.
I know. It's literally 4. I watched it throughout the whole day, so I was working. I was just watching it while I was.
I watched it 4 hours straight.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
The first time I watched
Yeah.
Florida Straight, then the second time I just broke it down and then
And then you watch it like
That thing long, bro.
it's
That's
such
the
a
longest movie I've ever seen, bro. That's crazy.
You watched it.
it makes you think like, what was Josh Sweden doing? What was he doing?
and it
I'm
just
like,
shows
yo,
you
I would rather
WB
y'all
was
just
money hungry
delayed the
too, bro.
movie until Zack Snyder can come back
That
and finish
was-
it. I would have just rather they delayed it.
That was a mess.
Because you
Bro,
know,
that's
guys,
what I was saying.
I know a lot of the stuff that not Josh Sweden, a lot of the stuff that Snyder
Zack
put in
Snyder.
his movie was already in the original script.
Yeah.
But Josh
Yeah.
Sweden
So,
changed
kinda
it.
had
Changed it, yep.
Yeah, you have to work
Because
with.
I also didn't know that Zack Snyder, he basically did Man of Steel. He's actually a producer on some of the other DCEU stuff. So I'm like, yo,
Batman.
That's
Batman.
bro. Most of his
Bruh,
yeah.
He also did wait, time out. Is that Zack Snyder too? The one that made King Kong?
He
No, he
did
didn't
direct
do
that. They did say he directed or
Yeah,
something like that. He
he
was
did.
part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
King Kong.
he directed King Kong? 'Cause
I think he did. He was part of that
because
because he did say that in his interview. I don't know if he was like a
That's
director
right.
producer, but he did say he was part of that project.
He raw there.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, he raw. And he put, after, obviously, his daughter died, that's horrible.
I think that's what
Yeah.
stopped it. That's what
He
slowed
put
everything down.
everything, bro. He put his soul into this movie. You
Yeah,
can
he
tell.
did. Yeah,
You can
bro.
tell by the
I love
little
And you-
details that,
You see how they did
don't even
Cyborg in
know
the
it.
last one, bro, compared to this one, bro? Like, you see how they did Cyborg's character, bro, and Flash too. Like, bro, he did them so
my
wrong,
gosh.
bro. He did them so
How he
wrong.
actually gave Flash the story, because in the first one he just like popped out of nowhere, and
Right.
we're like, okay,
He
where
sucked.
did he
Flash
come
sucked
from? But I
in the
was the
first
second
one.
one, he actually
Cyborg
died.
sucked in
They
the first
all
one,
did,
and
bruh.
Aquaman sucked in the first
They
one.
all did, bro.
Everybody sucked pretty much.
Like, at least everybody had
So,
their
yeah.
own time to shine in this one, which I like about this one. Like, and then you gave, like, you know what I'm saying, Cyborg, like, his own little backstory, because he's connected to all the mother boxes. Like, he is part of that. That's part of his, like, that's part of him.
His
So
mate?
I'm like,
All right, we gotta stop talking about it.
all right, cool. We're going to
Yeah,
set
we're
this
gonna
Sunday.
talk
Set
about
this Sunday. All
We're gonna
right.
talk about this on Sunday.
All right.
Before I get off, I better see y'all on Modern Warfare tonight.
You ain't ready.
You only be playing zombies,
You
bro.
really-
We be playing everything on there, bro. You got to get on multiplayer. You only play zombies.
That's the best one.
No, it's not, bro. No,
Hey,
it's
guys,
not.
you gotta get on that
You was a
multiplayer,
beginner,
though.
bro.
I
You,
got on multiplayer yesterday, cousin. Tell me why I was second ranked out of 12 people. I
you
was
just getting
starving.
started, right?
Me,
Now you got to.
me and Terry were doing it just yesterday.
Right,
We
bro.
was
That's what I'm telling.
vibing
Right,
with it.
Deontay,
We
tell
say
him,
vibing.
bro.
Y'all
Tell
didn't invite
him.
me?
Right.
Suckers? We smoking blood.
Okay, you know what? Get on there.
Yeah,
Get
bro.
on
Say,
there.
yeah.
Oh,
Let's do that. Let's do that, bro.
All right, we gonna see. We gonna see.
Invite me, bro, to a party. Not right now. Like, get on in like 30 minutes after I smoke this bleezy, and then we can get on.
Yeah, it's all good. Just send me an invite. Shit, it's good. I'll be here.
Oh, cuz, look at these bad boys,
Just
bro.
text me when y'all ready. It could be 30 minutes and an hour. Just text me and I'll be on.
All right, for sure. All right. For sure. Love y'all.
You
Talk to y'all in a
gotta
minute.
go.
All right.
Love you.
You gotta get these. These are
All
fire.
right.
For sure.
All right.
All right, y'all.
All right.
All right.
Love you, fam.